Well, the stock market's raging and the traders all shout. There's one man we're watching, his moves full of clout. Some call him evil, some call him foul, but I just smile and call him Daddy Powell. Wield your own power, nuke the market again. With a flick of his wrist, make fortunes disappear in the wind. Wall Street's a jungle, lions on the prowl, but the king of the jungle is old Daddy Powell. Oh, Daddy Powell, oh, Daddy Powell. Every single time, it's like a fucking roller coaster ride. It's gonna be a crazy week, so hold on tight. Oh, Daddy Powell, don't bring me down. The numbers are flying, red ink and green. For some it's a nightmare, for others a dream. Legions of crime, theories disavow, all bending the knee to mighty Daddy Powell. Oh, Daddy Powell, oh, Daddy Powell. Every single time, it's like a fucking roller coaster ride. It's gonna be a crazy week, so hold on tight. Oh, Daddy Powell, don't bring me down. Oh, Daddy Powell, oh, Daddy Powell. Every single time, it's like a fucking roller coaster ride. It's gonna be a crazy week, so hold on tight. Oh, Daddy Powell, don't bring me down.
Oh, brother, oh, brother, oh, brother. Good morning, good morning, good morning, my little bagels full of locks. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're having a good one. It is a Wednesday, July the 30th, but it ain't no normal Wednesday. It is an FOMC Wednesday, a Federal Open Market Committee meeting day, which is nerd talk for we find out that the interest rates are not going to be changed. 99% confident at this moment in time that when we get the announcement at 2 p.m. Eastern today, there's going to be no interest rate change. We're at 4.25%. We're going to stay at 4.25%. And we're probably not going to be getting a rate cut until the next meeting, which is not in August. It's in September. So we know it. It's pretty obvious. And why is it so obvious? Well, we know the exact computations, the exact algorithms, the exact pieces of data that the Fed's taking into consideration when making this decision. And if you put those numbers, unemployment, inflation, yada, 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 retail sales, this, that, the other thing, when you put all those numbers into the equation, it spits out 4.25%. So we're going to stay at 4.25%. It is very much not a like, oh, we're just sitting there. They don't really talk about it like really qualitatively of like, oh, like what's going on? Is the world repairing? Not. It's all data driven. It's exclusively data driven. That is exactly why the prediction markets have not been wrong in multiple years of what the Fed's going to do because we all know the computation. It's not hard. Go to Google, go to ChatGPT, go to Grok, go to Claude, go to Gemini, go to whatever you want. Ask it for how they come up with their decisions. You could see the equations. You could see the quote unquote rules. And then you could just plug in the numbers yourself and figure it out. It's really not that complicated of a thing. So that's exactly why the markets are so freaking confident that we are staying at 4.25% today. But what's going to be interesting, even with knowing that, the question is, why are we expecting more things to happen today, even though we know what's going on with interest rates? Well, this is going to be the first vote, most likely in quite some time, that we have some dissenting voices, some dissenting votes. So, including Powell, there are 12 voting FOMC members. There's more people who do dot plots and whatnot, but in terms of the people who get to actually vote, there's 12 of them, including Powell, and it's majority rules. So as much as like Trump specifically seemingly doesn't like Powell, and I already see you guys popping off in chat of he should cut it, folks, he could be outvoted easily. Powell could be the only one saying, hey, I want it to be 4.25%, but if everyone else, or if literally just a small majority does it, they could cut rates. Same thing. If Powell wants it down, but yet everyone else is voting to keep it up, it's going to stay up. It's not like his vote, the chairman of the Fed, it's not as if his vote is weighted more or less. So this idea of Powell should cut rates, he is one of 12 votes, and it's a majority rule type of situation. And all these people running their own, I guess, central banks, or really the banks in whatever the localities, whether it's New York, Richmond, San Francisco is a big one, that type of thing. They can vote however they want. Remember, it's an entire group of people. It's not just one. So I get it. Everyone's like, oh, it's too late, folks. Whether he wanted it up, whether he wanted it down, he doesn't individually get to decide what's going on. And that kind of brings me to why today is going to be a little bit more crazy than normal, is because going into this, they were unanimous votes. They were 100% unanimous votes, pretty much this whole cycle of jacking things up in the Rona period, keeping it constant. And up until now, they've been kind of doing that. This time around, it's expected that 2 governors are going to end up dissenting. And whether they do or don't, I have a sneaky suspicion, my spidey senses are tingling, of that's what's going to end up kind of impacting the immediate market reaction. Are there dissenting voices? If there are, how many of them are there? And what are they going to say about it? What's going to be reported? So remember, the decision comes out at 2. Then Jerome Powell is going to be speaking at 2:30, half an hour later. And then that's going to be the interesting thing, really, of all these reporters are just going to be slinging these word bombs at him of like, whoa, like, what do you think about this, that? What did Trump say about the building reservations? Are you going to retire? Are you staying till May? Do you think he could fire you? Are you going to be cutting in September? If you are cutting in September, is it going to be 25 bips? Is it going to be 50 bips? What was said at the meeting? Can you give anyone anything? And it's going to be those questions and his answers that really move the market. So I think it's actually safe to say to think of today in 3 separate sections. You're going to have from market open up until 2, from 2 until 2:30, and then from 2:30 until close. Those are all going to be, at least in my mind, independent, I guess, sections of the day, independent trading sessions of the overall trading session. So for me, I have a hate affair going on with trading on FOMC days. Generally, it does not end well in my favor at all. So my big plan for the day is basically to get my morning scalps in, get my money, and then just chill. I find for me personally that it's best to sit on my hands because there's just so much crazy volatility, so much just noise, but the noise is large movements, so it's super easy to blow out sim accounts. It's super easy to take a lot of heat in your actual trading account. So for me, when it comes to FOMC days, I am better off doing nothing too special whatsoever. So like I said, my plan is basically to be done with my trading by like 10:30 today. That's my ultimate goal, is to be done by 10:30, 10:45. Basically, I want to be done with my trades today before we end the first stream. Oh, obviously, also on that note, I will be streaming the whole craziness this afternoon. So we're going to do kind of a double feature Matt Kohrs show type of a situation. We're going to have this morning show, normal morning show up until 11, and then we're going to have a specialty show this afternoon starting around right before 2 p.m. when the results come out, and then obviously Powell at 2:30. So we're doing the double experience today. So everyone get ready for that. So that's pretty much the skinny on the big things coming up. Obviously, I do want to talk about some things that have already gone down. We got the GDP numbers at 8:30 this morning. The market initially liked it. It's giving it back right now. We have some earnings, but really the earnings are starting today after the market closes, and then tomorrow after the market closes, we got some of the biggest earnings going down. So I want to prep you guys up for that. We'll talk a little bit about seasonality, and then I have a couple other two-tree things related to the trade war that I think we should at least be knowledgeable of. Before we get into all of that, though, folks, let me just show you this legal thing so I don't get sued to Kingdom Come. Right there, read that disclosure. Public, it's my favorite brokerage. It's my favorite brokerage for a very good reason. It is the only one that pays you a rebate, at least that I know of, when you trade options. It doesn't matter if you're buying or selling. It doesn't matter if it's long calls, long puts, short calls, short puts, iron condors, jade lizards, this thing, that thing, Excalibur 3000. If you are trading options on stocks and ETFs, you will be getting a rebate. That's awesome. No other one does that. So if you're an option trader, an aspiring option trader, I highly recommend you check out Public. I've been partnered up with them for over a year and a half, and it's for good reason. This is the brokerage that I believe cares about you, the trader, the client, the most. I get that some other ones have a bit more like whatever cultural relevance. I don't know, their inner cultural fabric a little bit more. You hear about them, and I know some of you in here are probably trading on them. I'm telling you, check this one out, because as you see those rebates stack up and stack up and stack up, I truly believe you're going to like it as much as I do. So it is free to download. It is free to sign up. There's no commission fees. There's no per contract fees. That's specific to stocks and ETFs. Yes, they have crypto trading. Yes, they have bond trading. Yes, they have retirement accounts. They have pretty much everything you possibly need. And on top of that, as you are trading options, you are going to be earning rebates that entire time. Think about this. Let's say you like SPY for today. This is just a hypothetical. Don't trade this or do trade it, whatever. It's up to you. I'm not telling you to do it. If you get into a SPY call at $1 and out at $1, you're not break even. You're actually ahead because of the rebates you're going to earn, even though you bought it and sold it at the exact same price. So that conceptually is something that is not possible on any other platform, like I said, at least that I know of. So for that reason alone, I think you should check it out. And then when you see month over month the improvements and how much this platform as a whole is doing, it's just getting better and better and better. Highly recommend it. Check it out. Pinned to the top of chat in the description of the video. Make sure you use that link, because you're going to start out at a higher rebate tier rather than just signing up by yourself. There's like kind of a gradient to how much you get in rebates. If you want to start out at a higher tier, make sure you use that link pinned to the top of chat. Stock futures are little change as investors analyze earnings, await Fed rate decision. So right now in pre-market trading, we are slightly above the closing from yesterday on the SPY and the Qs. Meta was getting hit. I was watching that. Bitcoin currently trading at 117. How are bonds looking early this morning? Giving a little bit up. Bonds popped yesterday, giving a little bit back right now. All some major things to pay attention to. The dollar's ripping. The dollar's really been ripping ever since 6 this morning. So that's, I guess, a little bit of a skinny on what's going on. The big news of the early pre-market session was the GDP report coming in higher than expected. So this came out at 8:30 a.m. They expected 2.5%, came in at 3%. So GDP higher than expected, actually representing a stronger economy than really what Wall Street was anticipating it to be. Tied to this and the Fed rate decision is, of course, the trade war situation, U.S.-China trade talks, and without extension of tariff truce. So this is part of the reason why we sold off yesterday. People thought that this was kind of a done deal, that China got another 90 days, and apparently that is not so. A potential extension of a tariff pause between the U.S. and China will not be final until the president of the U.S. signs off on the plan, according to U.S. negotiators. Trump has final say on all the trade deals and the pending tariff truce. Top trade officials for the two countries have concluded talks they were in Sweden, the third round of high-level discussions since May. Basent said that if an extension is not reached by the deadline, the U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods will shoot back up to the April levels. like those ones that like we were all wondering if they were like a bit of a typo and seemed a bit crazy because they were super sky high. Well, apparently that's what China's looking at. But then simultaneously, percent to American businesses, not the end of the world if April 2nd tariffs kick in. What? That was pretty bad. Wasn't that when we were talking about like 200% or something like that? Treasury Secretary Bessent downplayed possible disruptions to American businesses from President Donald Trump's tariffs. Businesses in the U.S. are bracing for Trump's tariffs to take effect following months of uncertainty. Trump said that he will likely implement a 15 to 20% blanket tariff for any country that does not reach a deal by Friday, August 1st. But if China goes back up to 145 to 155 to 200, this is exactly why they're not cutting rates, is because the Fed has to consider what's going to be happening to the base costs of all of our goods. That's like an important aspect of monetary policy. And when we don't have clarity of what is happening, it makes them incredibly difficult for them to set the Fed fund rate. So in reality, if Trump had secured the deals faster, if Lutnick had secured the deals faster, if Bessent had secured the deals faster, we probably would already have rate cuts. But they're not going to cut rates preemptively, not knowing what's going on with the trade war. It's fucking crazy. But for them to say, oh, you have to be cutting and then later we're going to figure out the trade war situation, no. And obviously the voting FOMC members know that because all 12 of them up until this point have been basically saying, no, we are keeping it sideways. Wrong, Matt. Nope. I'm pretty sure I'm right. I'm actually 100% sure that I'm right on this one, and you actually don't know what you're talking about. But feel free, if you can find any information that disproves what I'm saying, feel free to share it. Feel free to share it with the class, show it to everyone, instead of just screaming that you're right. Generally, at this point, you would provide some sort of information. And for example, the information I would provide are all of the quotes from the voting FOMC members who are literally saying, hey, we're kind of unsure what the disruptions and what prices are going to be due to the unknown nature of this trade war, of this tariff war. So because of that, our hands are kind of tied because they don't know what the influence of the tariffs are going to be on inflation. So they're not going to just blindly assume that it's good. It doesn't make sense to blindly assume it's good when you're talking about the US dollar, the global currency. It is the global reserve currency. It just doesn't make sense. And whatever, you're not a voting FOMC member. I'm not either. But all of these people unanimously agreed that the right decision is to literally do nothing. I see you guys are like kind of joking about it, of like trust the experts, but in reality, do you really think that you know more about like US monetary policy and like global economics than them? You don't think it's odd that 12 people from completely different regions, from completely different walks of life, from completely different upbringings and schoolings, all came to the same solution? Like you really think that you, who barely made it through high school math, and you're like, yeah, I think I know what's going on. I think I know what's going on. All right, that's maybe you do. Maybe you do. They cut last year hoping to help Kamala win. It didn't work. Now they refuse to cut for Trump. Odd. Why do you think them cutting would have helped Kamala win? That's such a weird reach. Like, I get that you're regurgitating that because you heard that one day on whatever news source you take in, but can you even explain why that would possibly help Kamala win? 38 trillion in debt, Matt. What's that telling you? It's telling me that it's bad that Trump is adding to it. It's actually, what that tells me is that our debt, and more importantly, our deficit, are at levels that are absolutely horrible. So it's insane that Trump is making the decision to make it worse. I agree with you. I think you and I are saying the same thing, Randy Gurley, that the debt situation and the deficit situation are absolutely horrible, and I would not want to make the problem even worse. So yeah, that makes sense. That I 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you. 3.1 billion Fed renovation seems legit. Dude, this is what's so crazy about the internet is everyone becomes experts in everything right away. In one discussion of the renovations for the building, now you guys are all construction experts. In one tweet from Trump saying that Jerome Powell is too late, you guys are now all monetary policy experts. In one bombing of somewhere in Ukraine, everyone's a military strategist. In one tsunami, in one earthquake, everyone is now a tsunami earthquake expert. The internet is fascinating to me in that sense, that one thing happens and everyone's like, fucking, you guys are so lucky I happen to be an expert as that as well. It's such a great example of, it's such a phenomenal example of the Dunning-Kruger effect. Anything happens, and social media has fostered this so much of anything happens, anything pops off, and everyone's an expert. Everyone is an expert. Wild. Absolutely wild. But fear not, tensions are getting even worse. President Trump imposes a 25% tariff on India and a penalty beginning August 1st for buying Russian energy and military equipment. Now, I think that this isn't going to last long. I actually think on this particular one, and you could feel free to read this from True Social, I have a feeling that India is going to cave by probably already has caved for all I know. I think by the end of today, by the end of this week, India is not going to get rocking with this. Stop the killing in Ukraine. All things not good. India will therefore be paying a tariff of 25% plus a penalty for the above starting on August 1st. Thank you for your attention on this matter. MAGA, what this means for India by the end of, by Friday, I think this is going to be over. We have the chips on the table. We really do. The U.S. being the U.S., we're holding pocket aces, we're holding pocket kings, and the rest of the table knows it. And yeah, some in small circumstances, I think it could be fairly argued that sometimes people have leverage on us, but in a general sense, we're the ones with leverage. So I have a feeling that India is going to cave probably by August 1st, but we'll see how that plays out. Fortunately, between then and now, we have a lot of things to chit-chat about. Fed governors could break ranks as Trump intensifies Powell's pressure. Possible dissents by Christopher Waller and Michelle Bowman would mark the first time in 3 decades that more than one Fed governor dissented at a policy meeting. That's what's going to make today spicy, is do both dissent? Will they cast a vote to do a 25 bips rate cut? We will be finding out soon. The Fed is unlikely to cut rates Wednesday, but this meeting is packed with intrigue. Once again, it's going to be how many dissenting voices, why are they dissenting, and are we getting any indication of will we get that Fed rate cut in September, which is statistically likely, and if we do, how big of a rate cut? As of right now, there's a 98% chance that we stay at 4.25%, and if you look at the September odds right now, there's about a 60% chance of some form of a rate cut, but most odds are on a 25 bips rate cut instead of a 50 bips rate cut, which right now has a measly 1.8% chance of happening. Fed to avoid clear signal on rate cut timing. So they've been asking this time and time again, and they're going to ask it again today of when are you going to cut rates? And he's going to give the very political, polished answer of, hey, we're going to wait for the incoming data and we're going to make our decisions from there. We've heard it 18 times. We're going to hear it another 18 times. This is just how it goes. He's going to be asked, and I'm already telling you guys, get ready for it. The answer is going to be, hey, we react to incoming data accordingly, and that's what they're going to do, which kind of makes the September meeting interesting because they're going to get all of the July numbers, all of the August numbers, and most of the September numbers, and also have a better idea of what's going on with this trade war. So by September, all of a sudden, it's going to be almost like an exponential ramp up of the amount of information that the Fed's going to have, which is really most likely going to be the decision between do we get a 25 and a 50 bips rate cut. So that stat tool that I was just showing you, very, very good chance that there is quite a few changes in that in terms of the probabilities between now and that mid-September rate cut. All right, so that all goes down at 2 p.m. today. Jerome Powell speaks at 2:30. We got the GDP numbers this morning, better than expected. Non-farm employment change, better than expected. So thus far, pretty good numbers. I do want to let you know that there's an inflation report tomorrow morning, and then there's also the unemployment report and manufacturing numbers coming out Friday. All worthwhile to pay attention to. And forget not that we are in earnings season. Early this morning, we heard from Starbucks and Visa. Starbucks same store sales fell again, but CEO says turnaround is ahead of schedule. Visa profit climbs 8% as consumers keep spending. So those are the big headlines for Starbucks and Visa. Today, there's not really early morning stuff. Maybe you care about Etsy. Maybe you care about Virtu. Maybe you care about Harley Davidson. Maybe Hershey. I don't know. But really, the parties after the market closes today. Meta, Microsoft, Robinhood, Carvana, Lamb, Qualcomm, Ford, ARM. Big hitters today, and then also big hitters tomorrow. We're starting off a little light with CVS, Roblox, MasterCard, but really the shows here on Thursday: Apple, Amazon, Strategy, Coinbase, Reddit, Riot, Cloudflare, Roku, and then even some energy plays on Friday: ExxonMobil and Chevron. So definitely be prepared for them. And if you want all that information in a one-stop shop, sign up for the newsletter. It's 100% free. It's always been free, always will be free. My mom will put it in chat. It's also in the description of the video. But basically, I break down what's going on in the market, cheat sheet of their earnings. I highlight the ones that I think you're really going to care about. I give you all the major macroeconomic events for each day of the trading week. And then most importantly, I give you the seasonality of each day, which is where we get to a little bit of the potential bad news of the day, which is that the seasonality of today is leaning bearish. It's not straight up bearish. For a lot of time, this individual day was kind of nothing. A little up, little down, little up, little down. But in the past 7 years, basically the better part of a decade, this has been controlled by the bears. So it's not the most bearish day. I don't want to freak anyone out or anything like that. But it definitely has some, obviously past 7 years, we're just down and down and down. The past 7 years, every single year has been some form of a loss. So just want to let you know that. Thursday, more neutral, up, down, up. And then Friday, once again, that one's actually straight up bearish. So kicking off the new month, ending the week, the bears definitely kind of dominate in the first day of the new month. All right, key levels of the day right here. Obviously, I'm a little bit more crunched today just because the expected range, because of the FOMC meeting, is notably larger. We're expecting in excess of, I believe, 0.5% move today. So probably vol will remain high till 2. It'll spike 2 to 230, and then we'll die off into close. But overall, the white box is my transition zone. The red, the green, and the white are yesterday's high, low, and close. And then the yellow lines, as always, are the key open interest levels, where as of this morning, we see a lot of players. And actually, I want to point out to you, look how negative the gamma has gotten. I feel like for weeks now, when I've been showing you this, it's been a lot of positive gamma, a lot of purple, a lot of sticky price action. Today's the complete opposite. There's a lot of red. That's a lot of negative gamma, as in a lot of slippery price action. As in when we start building up momentum in one direction, look for it to keep going. It is not bullish or bearish. It's more of mean reverting versus trend following. And right now, this is definitely more of a trend following type of setup. There's quite a bit of positive gamma down here at 6330, but that's kind of it. Other than that, there's quite a bit of red. So be prepared. In all reality, remember, no trade, sitting on your hands is also a position. If you are going to trade today, you might want to do something along the lines of sizing down and really respecting your risk. But looking at my trading journal and my history of trading on FOMC days generally does not end well for me. So like I said at the start of today's show, my plan 100% is just to get my morning scalps in, and that's pretty much it. I don't need to make some sort of hero call and try to trade through all this insanity. Speaking of trading, I should probably get you guys ready for this. I just wanted to show you I did not break my rules. I have all my accounts. I did not trade early this morning. I'm attempting to be as good and as disciplined as I can. I feel like I've had about one decent week of being disciplined. So let's see if I could finish out the week and bring it into next week. But I have all my Apex accounts. I have my Tradeify accounts. I have a Funding Ticks account, and I have my Take Profit accounts, 3 of which finally passed yesterday. So now I'm trading these for real money. They are funded accounts rather than just evals. Those are those fresh accounts right there. So we're going to see how this is going. We'll do this one. Do I have the right lead account? All right. So some of these should be popping off early in the morning. Early in the morning. Let's go to the 100 ticks just so we can see some craziness right at market Where are we? All right, sick. Trade one, paying out. Bada bing, bada boom. That's a good start to the day. Did it happen real fast? You bet your bottom dollar it happens real fast. They don't call me microsecond Matt for no reason. They call me the ghost of trading. They didn't even know I got in or got out. They had no idea. No freaking idea. Well, I'm stoked about that. So one trade locked in. Nice. $100 per account. Little bit of slippage, but hey, that's life. Can't get too crazy about it. Micro what? Microsecond Matt. Micro what? They didn't call you guys that? It was just my friends who like invited me to a bunch of parties all the time, or like they said they would, but they forgot. Like it was one of those things where like they had a party like over the weekend, and then when I got back to school on Monday, oh fuck. Hang on, which one was that? I don't know if that was what I fully intended it to be. Oh. All right, I got lucky there, I think. Order filled. By who? Okay, so this one's still trading, but the other one's got their fill. All right, this is becoming a sticky situation. All right, something fucked up on this account again, which doesn't make sense to me. It's just this one individual account that fired off the wrong trade. Why would it do that? Because this is still right. Huh. That's the exact same singular account as of yesterday where I saw problems. This one's getting sketchy, folks. All right, I've decided I hate this one strategy. I know the exact strategy that's causing me problems right now, and I'm just going to kill it. I'm done with it. I have enough other strategies that I'm like fine with, and fucking shit balls. Yeah, something got messed up between, I could even show you. I know the exact ones. So, well, it was right here. You kind of saw it. You could see it. I know exactly what happened too. So right here at 31, this one fired short off a delta reading. So this one fired short, and then it got out, and it had a pending order of below. I'll review the tape, but I know what happened. And basically between strategies 2 and 3, so I have them set up. There's 6 in an order, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that type of a thing. Strategy 3 ended up firing before 2. So something with the check between of are you in a position or not broke on that one. I know exactly where it happened. So what I'm going to do is strategy 2, the one that fired in the spot of 3, there was a mismatch. It went 1-3-2. Yeah, it went 1-3-2. And I honestly, the easiest fix to that is just to kill strategy 2. Because strategy 2, I would actually argue, was the weakest strategy anyway. Yeah, I would argue that strategy 2 was the weakest strategy anyway. And it fucking comes back. Yeah. Yeah, that's the fix right there. That's the fix. I know what to do. Easy peasy. Look at that bounce back. So it was right anyway. Technically, both would have been hit. It went down enough to hit 2, and it went up enough to hit 3. But the issue was they were kind of overriding each other. Obviously, I did not have improper checks for if in a position, don't take an extra trade, because that's where things got wonky. Trump deciding to spending in our position is giving bankruptcy energy. I have a few friends in my early 2000s gave up trying to pay back debt and went to spending spree, knowing they were going to file later in the year. Trump deciding to up spending in our position is giving bankruptcy energy. Well, you can't really go bankrupt when you can print your own money. See, that's the trick. That's really inherently a large argument. So why the fuck did that not work? Big trick there is a quote unquote normie like me, like you, like whoever, cannot, like, we can't make our own money. So yeah, you could have bankruptcy, but how could the US have bankruptcy when we would literally just print more money and then pay off whatever our debt is? Yeah, pickles, right? Money printer goes burr. Money printer goes burr. When is Pal speaking? 2:30, as he always does. That never changes. That never, ever changes. Maybe there's some like weird examples of it, but I'm 99% of the time he's speaking at 2:30. Yeah, we dumped and we pumped back there. So there was an overlap between strategies 2 and 3 that fucked that up. There was that overlap. Interesting. Interesting. Hang on. I need to document this because I know by the end I'm going to forget about it. And I just want to know what my fix needs to be. I need to know what my fix. Okay. Okay, I do need to update one of these though. All right, I marked down what I need to change for tomorrow, so that's good. But then I need to turn these off. Remove. I have a couple minutes to figure this out, so I should probably move a little bit more expediently. Remove. Okay. Got that one. Okay, cool. These are all fixed and are doing what they should. These are all reset. Damn, it's that same account. Why is that? I know that that account has different contract size rules. I get that. That kind of fucked everything up. And it did it rather quickly, too. A little bit quicker than I wanted it to, that's for sure. A little bit quicker than I wanted it to. Why? Okay. I'm like 95% sure I understand what happened because I even saw it right here of which one fired. 3 definitely fired before 2, but for some reason, all of the accounts handled it one way, excluding one of them. That account handled it in a very different way, so I have to be running different code there. Are you going to talk about the guy that made the ballsy SoFi trade yesterday? It looks like it worked out. I have no idea who you're talking about. The guy who made the ballsy SoFi trade. What are we talking? Literally, what are you talking about? Why didn't you test this shit before market opened in a sim account? Because I don't know. there's a lot of things that you can only figure out in like real-time data versus like historic data. And well, I knew that there was going to be potential race conditions. I just thought that my stuff was spread apart, that I didn't actually have to worry about it that much. What the fuck? I don't know if this fired when it was supposed to. Oh, wait. What time was this at? That fired at 9:32. Yeah, I need to review a bit of the log. It's something with the second strategy got fucked. That seemingly does not make any fucking sense. DS. Oh, I see it. 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 It's because that was an inside bar, so there was no trigger. It wasn't a breakout or a breakdown, and then strategy 3 fired. Oh, golly. Okay. Yeah, I know exactly what happened. Yeah, I just need to put in like a little bit of a pause, a breaker that basically is going to say, hey, and one of the guys in the Discord already like explained this solution to me because he's run into similar problems of just double checking that you're not fucking doing something. So you just make an overall, yeah, you make an indicator. I get it. But this stuff is still live. Like strategies are still live. It just hasn't seen it. Remember, yesterday I was explaining to you some of them are guaranteed and some of them aren't. There's still, I think, 2 guaranteed strategies today. 2 guaranteed strategies. So we're going to see how this one actually plays off. A little bit of a drop, a little bit of a pop. I wonder how I could do that. Maybe if it's sized down a little bit less. A little bit less. If you have 200, 600, so that's only a 600 loss. That's manageable. Matt doesn't want to talk about my SoFi play because he was wrong. No, I wasn't. How was I wrong? Oh, are you guys? I thought you were talking about like someone interesting, like some big hedge fund or some guy on Reddit. I didn't realize you guys were talking about. I remember now what you're saying. Someone went short. No, I wasn't wrong. Literally go back to the video. I said, yeah, it might work out. I think verbatim said you can be dealt a 2-7 offsuit and still win a poker hand. What you're doing is calling resulting. You're trying to define right or wrong based on how it plays out. That's not right or wrong in trading. Right or wrong in trading is the decision you made and how you managed it. No, I 100% was not wrong. I literally just listened back to this stream. I explained it like 14 different ways that you could still make money because inherently it's just noise and normally distributed, but you were playing poor odds. It's like the same thing as like, hey, if you were to give someone advice at a casino and say, hey man, it is low odds for you to bet on green on the roulette wheel, and then they roll it and lands on green and they say, look it, I got it right. You should always bet on green. See, that's how stupid you sound right now. Like legitimately, that's how fucking dumb you sound right now. It doesn't. And that's what retail inherently doesn't get about the market is like, you think that if you make money, you made the right decision. And if you lose money, you think you made the wrong decision. Those two things aren't correlated. That is not correlated whatsoever. You can make money doing the wrong thing and you can lose money doing the right thing, which, what the fuck happened here? All right. So it fired on some of these. Oh wait, shit. It's not. Why is this not showing? There we go. It just went long and locked in on some. What the fuck is this? All right, I think I need to split the Tradeify accounts off separately. But these Tradeifys aren't being traded? Did this one trade? Yeah. Okay, that made another $100 there. That was down 500. I'm confused at this point what accounts are trading what. The evals are not looking so good, but the funded accounts are still fine. I'm not going to be as degenerate with the funded accounts as I am with the evals. Interesting. Sounds like a demo crap. Well, I don't know. Just look at the fact that you're not a profitable trader. Like, I like, how else can I convince you that what you're doing is wrong beyond the fact that you are not profitable at trading? I hope your investment account is up, but like, I can guarantee you, I would literally bet all of my net worth that your active trading career, you are down. Like, I don't need to convince you. Like, I mean, I would like you to be more reasonable, but like, I'm not going to convince you. If you can't look at your account and realize that it's going down and down and down and now thinking, maybe I should do something about that. What else can I do? Like, you have your account, I have my account. We could trade it how each of us seem fit. And the fact that yours is going down, like, wouldn't you want to change it? I don't understand. So you're saying my advice is wrong, but you're losing money. Like, that's such a crazy thing to do. You are losing money. And then someone's like, hey, maybe you're like thinking about it wrong. And you're like, no, I'm thinking about it right. Obviously, you're not fucking thinking about it right. Clearly, you're not thinking about it right. You are the quintessential retail trader who thinks you know what you're doing and thinks everyone trades different. Yeah, okay. Doesn't matter. You're losing money. What kind of dumb fucking response is that? Dude, you're losing money. I made 8K yesterday, you dipshit. Okay, how much are you down overall? You tell me. Dude, are you not listening to yourself? You're using one example. You are the guy at the poker table who played 7-2 offsuit and you won, and you're like, I am so good. AMC was the smart one, wasn't it? Well, look who has a social media career and look who doesn't. Pretty obvious. Look who leveraged AMC into a job that I don't have to go to corporate America. Look who leveraged AMC to being on Jon Stewart's show, to being on Netflix, to being on independent documentaries, to being on Yahoo Finance, Fox Business, CNBC. Yeah. Seems like I misplayed it. Seems like I misplayed it. Dude, this, like, some people, they're just so dogged in like their own belief of like, nope, I'm doing it right. Maybe, just maybe, you can learn something from someone else. Like, you're sitting there and like digging your heels in because you're like, I have proof that I made money one time. This must be the time to do it. And then you're literally arguing with her, like, dude, the data points I have of dealing literally with hundreds of thousands of retail traders, do you not think that I see like the patterns of where things work and where things like go awry? Like, you are the classic retail trader who every so often you're going to have a win, but overall your account is going down and down and down because you don't understand what you're doing. Like, it's just that obvious. Like, as soon as anyone is pointing out the success or failure of a trade and they want to extrapolate that to what it means for you overall, it's so stupid. Right away, like, I've seen you time and time again. There's all these people who have one bit of success, one successful trade, and then they say, look it, I'm a successful trader. It works all the time. No, It doesn't though. Show, if you're so confident in that one trade, show your account. Show us your year to date. Show us your 1 year. Show us your 3 years. Show us your 5 year. I guarantee you are down. I guarantee you are down. And like then the same thing happens. One losing trade and people are like, "Oh, look at you, you suck. You don't know what you're talking about." Folks, the best hedge funds in the world are right half the time and they are wrong half the time. That's how this game works. Of course, you could skew it, and that's when you're getting into the equation of your expected value. But as an active trader, this idea of like, look at, I was right one time. Okay, cool. You should be right about half the time. Look at, you were wrong one time. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay, you're going to be wrong about half the time. That's how it works. That is trading. The best traders in the world are not even right 51% of the time. And you're trying to use a trade to be like, dude, I know what I'm doing. And also, you didn't make 8K yesterday. You're so full of shit. You're such a fucking liar. You didn't make 8K. There's always that one simp trying to prove something only to be used. Yeah. He is a simp. And what's crazy, he's still here. Like, I just don't get it. Just a fucking dipshit. But that's like something about money and the psychology of it brings out an interesting aspect of all of us, because obviously culturally, like, money is so important. But then yet I think it's the negative side of it is being exemplified by social media, where people like want to show off and pretend that there's something they're not. Like right here, Mr. Vig is trying to like cosplay as he knows something about the market and knows something about trading. And what he knows how to do is lose money. Like I said, I would bet every single dollar to my name that it's nothing but a history of losing money in the aggregate. I guarantee it. But then yet, they're like, well, I know something. It's like, yeah, you know how to lose money. I mean, I guess I'll give you that. Like, and you're probably so consistently losing money that like you're so stupid to realize that if you just inverted what you're doing, you'd probably be net ahead. But I doubt it, because you're too pea-brained to even think about that as a solution. Once you learn how to trade on undecided candles, you will leave this earthly realm behind. Well, that's the real secret. Matt's the only one that can do it right. No, I fully admit I'm not. But it doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize that your account should be going up. Are there an infinite amount of ways to get your account to grow? Yes. Theoretically, there's an infinite amount of profitable trading strategies. And I'm pointing out the fact that you can't find one. I'm not saying that mine is the best. I'm not saying that my strategy is appropriate for everyone, especially because I actually have multiple strategies. But at least with the strategies I use, I see my account going up and up and up. I'm not saying I'm the only one who's doing it. I'm saying that there are many solutions. And in fact, I would even say I know that there's better solutions than mine out there, because I can see other people's reports and I can see how they perform, and I can see that they dramatically outperform me. So my solutions are not the only solutions, and the solutions I have that work are not the best solutions. There are better traders and there are better systems out there. I'm pointing out the fact that you don't even have one of those whatsoever. Matt, AMC worked out, didn't it? Well, it depends. The stock, no, but I was also right on that. I said it's over. So to all the people who listened to me, it worked out well. I called it as a trade. It was a trade. I said the trade's over. It's breaking down. Shorts are covering. Dude, it's all up there. There's all verifiable evidence. And then to the point that I went the other way and said that AMC was going to dump because of Adam Aaron and the board. So what point of this are you trying to like say I got wrong? Like, you're popping off, and this is the classic like ad hominem attack, is you will not address the one question. You're trying to attack me as a person and trying to bring it onto something else, even though everyone else in chat can fully understand that I'm right here. But like, answer this one question. Don't even try to say anything else, because I know you're going to try to like spin off and try to say something else. Are you a profitable trader? Yes or no? Are you a profitable trader? Just answer that. Like, I guarantee you will not answer that question. And we all kind of know the answer because you keep avoiding it. You keep sidestepping it. Just answer it. Just that question. Don't say anything else. Are you a profitable trader? In your career of trading, are you a profitable trader? Just say, no, right here. All I'm saying is that you are not a profitable trader. I guarantee you, you are not. You're such a fucking liar. So now you're stupid and a liar. And like, whatever. A lot of people are stupid. That's just like an aspect of this world. But the fact that you're now going on to be a liar as well, that's just a scumbag thing. Like, now that's just a choice. I make anywhere from 1K to 5K a day. Yeah, fucking right. Okay. Yeah. And I'm fucking dating Sydney Sweeney. Shut the fuck up. I make anywhere from 1K to 5K a day. You're so fucking retarded. What a liar. What a scumbag liar. I make anywhere from 1K to 5K, dude. Yeah, in your fucking dreams on sim accounts, the fuck you do. What a fucking scumbag liar. Prove it. Prove it. Prove it right now. You have, all right, it's 9:55. You have until 10 a.m. to tag me in an account on Twitter. Show a picture. Show a picture. You're such a scumbag liar. 1K to 5K a day. Dude, what a scumbag liar. Show it. Show us your year-to-date returns. Tag me in Twitter. I'll show it in front of everyone. Think about it. You could launch your own career right now. Do you know how many people listening to this would rather follow you making 1K to 5K a day? You could be way bigger than me. You could be way better than me. Think about your fame. Think about the money. Think about how many people you could help. Man, if you make 1 to 5K a day every single day, you'd be a financial god. Just tag me in. Show us your year to date. Year to date. That means at minimum you should be up 125,000. At maximum you should be up 750K. That you make 1 to 5K a day. We're just over 125-ish trading days in the year. You should be up at least 125,000 and on the upper end around $750,000. Let's see it. Let's see that year to date. Let's see how consistent you are. Let's see how good you are. I guarantee, like, you're gonna come up with some sort of excuse. Cole, dude, you're such a fucking pussy. Cole's such a fucking baby. Cole just does not stop crying. Like, it's just incapable. Such a whiny bitch. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Here comes the excuses. Nope. I can't show you the picture because I don't know how to take screenshots. I'm actually not on Twitter and I don't know how to take screenshots, and I heard it's illegal for me to show my performance. Yeah. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. The excuses. Maybe you'll be creative enough to come up with an excuse that none of us have ever heard of before, but I have a feeling. That's the excuse. He owns a flip phone. Sorry, I can't. I'm watching this on a flip phone. I'm watching this on a flip phone. Yeah, the dog ate your pic. Bummer, dude. Oh, I hate when that happens. I hate when my dog eats the proof of me being a profitable trader. Oh, that's so unfortunate. So unfortunate. Oh, yep. You're coming. I love it. You're just coming back to that one trade. You're like, I made money on SoFi. Cool. Show us your account. At least Zeus is being honest. Up 427 year to date. Why Cole? Because he's being a pussy like he always is. Mr. Vig, that's so... Well, maybe you could use all that money that you made yesterday to, like, prove to us. Dude, why are you not... You keep talking. Dude, this is so simple. You keep trying to bring the conversation somewhere else. Show proof of you being a profitable trader. Show your year-to-date results. Like, why are you still continually trying to bring it elsewhere? Just show it. Like, you're just coming up with every excuse in the book, and you want to talk. Dude, profitable traders have no issue proving that they're profitable traders. It's not hard. You just show your results. You're like, yeah, sick. This is how much money. This is how much money. You see, I have a checkings and a savings account. PJ, you're not wrong. Yeah, this is the internet. Just dumb fucking people. Dumb people. I swear to God. Yeah, I too make 1 to 5K a day, but I just can't show you guys because it's like it's against the rules, and it's in like my checkings account, but like what I can show you guys is my savings account, and like they're two different accounts, and they have two different logins, and they're just like really, really different from each other. They're like super different from each other. So that's why you blow up sim accounts. Yeah, sim accounts. You blow up accounts. I hope you understand that when I blow up accounts, it costs me $17 to test strategies. Oh, that's a good. You got me. Let's not focus on the $250,000 I'm up in my actual account. Let's just focus on my $17 sim account. Yeah, that's how am I ever gonna financially recover? Where will I ever find the money? Maybe I'm gonna have to start shaking out couches to pay for this. I don't even know. How will I ever recover from this? Jesus, so stupid. If you were making 1 to 5K a day, you would not be here. No one in the world consistently making 1 to 5 day. That's $5,000 to $25,000 a week. And you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go to some chat room, some live stream, and talk about you. You're so stupid, dude. Literally everyone is laughing at you because we all understand how fucking dumb you are. Have me on your show? No, I tend to not try to platform retards. It's kind of just like there's not many rules with me and my production team, but it's generally that's a good one is we don't platform retards. You're a liar, dude. If you didn't lie, maybe, but you are in fact a scumbag liar. And think about how many other scumbag liars are on the internet. You think that I want to add to that problem? I would actually argue it would be immoral for me because I'll tear you apart verbally. Ooh, I'm shaking in my boots. I'm shaking in my boots right now. Oh no, he's gonna tear me apart verbally. How will I ever recover? What am I gonna do? What will I do? I'm scared. You guys can't see it because my boots are out of frame right now, but I am in fact shaking in them. I'd tear him apart physically. Oh, yeah, I bet you would. That's the tough words from all these keyboard warriors. Both, he's tearing me apart verbally and physically. I bet you would. Because you're super strong. How'd you get so tough? Was it Call of Duty? Was it was it Halo? Maybe Halo 3? Fucking dude. These keyboard warriors, I'd fight you. I'd show you guys what's up. So you are the fucking like keyboard warrior Karen. You're such a pussy. I'm so tough. I'm so tough. I'm loyal to a fault, but as soon as you cross me, you're gonna be sorry. I'm a nice guy, but I have a dark side. And you cross me and I'll show you what's up. I'll show you what's up. Fucking dude. The internet. You're such a pussy, dude. You don't look so torn apart. On the inside, I am. Michael, I'm keeping it together well because I'm a professional. But on the inside, I am, in fact, torn apart. I am very, very torn apart. Didn't you guys hear it? He could verbally and physically rip me apart. Oh, wow. Fascinating. Fascinating. Oh, one of these people who sees red and then wakes up later with all of his foes vanquished. That's it. That is, he's got me, man. I don't know how I'm going to recover from this one. I'm scared. It's my first time ever on the internet that someone said they were going to verbally and or physically assault me. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. I don't know if I'm going to make it through it. I just know the Lord wouldn't give me anything I couldn't handle. That's how I'm getting the strength to make it through this situation. That's how I'm getting the strength to get through this. And with the help of you guys, my supporters. He made it to the zombie level in COD? Probably. Just curious, is it beyond the point of possibility what Matt, that anyone in his audience could be a very good trader? Oh, no, of course it could be. But they wouldn't say dumb things like that. That's the thing, is like, when you meet successful traders, there's a certain mannerisms they have. There's a certain way they talk. There's a certain commonality in how they view the market. That's the entire point. So when you meet all these successful traders, you start to realize, oh, okay, like this is kind of how it works. Like you see all these commonalities of people who are proven to be successful. And then you see this entire cohort of people who are just screaming that, no, I am profitable and you just got to trust me. And I can't show you, but trust me that I am. And then you're like, okay, well, maybe that's true. Maybe you just don't want to show me and whatever. Everyone's entitled to their own privacy, I suppose. But then you ask them of like, okay, like what's your reasoning? How do you view the market? And then they just say dumb shit like, I just randomly short. Well, okay. Putting those two things together, probably not. Probably not. So, no. That's a fair point. I know there's actually successful traders in here. But see, a lot of the times when it comes to successful traders, they're doing exactly that. They're busy being a successful trader. They get their money and then they go on and do other better shit with their life. They don't just sit there and try to get everyone else to believe that they're a successful trader, because inherently they don't care. That's the beauty about actually being a successful trader, is you can give a total of 0 fucks if other people quote unquote believe you. It's only people who are not successful traders but want you to believe that they are, that will sit there and argue like until they are blue in the face that they are in fact successful, because they're operating on the fact that they need you to think that they are, while an actual successful trader doesn't give a fuck, because they could just look at their account and be like, well, whether you do or don't agree, my account is bigger. So they just move on with their life. And that's actually kind of part of the reason of why it's hard to get such good information on the internet about trading, is because a lot of successful traders, they just don't engage in it. They don't care. They're not spending all day doom scrolling. They're not sitting there arguing with people on the internet. They make their money and they go do better things. They're not trying to convince other people of their success. They know their own success. The spectrum of profitable traders span from ultra articulate and absolute douchebags. Have you ever looked at CNBC? Traders come in all types. Well, a lot of people that go on the CNBC are not like active traders. A lot of them are people who are involved in one individual story or are running a fund, and they might just like to be the PR or the whatever. Like that's a different thing than active trading. Look at certain things like these trading competitions. Look at the people who year over year are on the leaderboards of these trading competitions, and look how they interact with like the rest of the world. I mean, this idea of like pointing out just if someone's on CNBC, like I've been on CNBC. They do not check if you are an active, a successful trader. They want you on because they think you have insights to a particular story that they're interested in. They don't like fact check that you are like profitable. Actually, come to think about it, I don't think I've ever done a documentary or a news bit where like I had to provide proof that I was profitable. That's not like the minimum. I've had to provide proof that I've actively traded. They're like, okay, if you're talking about AMC, can we see your AMC positions? I've had to provide that in the past, but I've never had to provide proof of profitability. That's not the way financial mainstream media works. That's not like the bar for entry, unfortunately. That would probably make it better. It would probably make it a little bit more trustworthy for sure. But yeah, I've definitely had to provide proof of being in positions, whether it was equities or options or in and out and trading. Like I had to provide proof that like what I was saying in the story was accurate, but it never ever had to do anything with like, oh, prove that you're consistently profitable. Which actually, now that you're kind of bringing that up, I've never thought about it that way. That would be an interesting requirement. I wouldn't mind that at all. It would actually probably make the news a little bit more trustworthy. At least you're getting information from people who've like actually done it. Just shorted SoFi again with a stop. Okay, cool. Once again, you have a shot at making money. There's noise in the market. It's normally distributed. We've talked about this time and time again, but once again, you making money or losing money doesn't mean it was good or bad. There are now I'm repeating myself. Why does it seem like everyone else in chat can understand this but you? Like what is over your head that you're just like not understanding this? You can make money doing the wrong thing. You can lose money doing the right thing. The goal of trading is to do as many right things as you can. And then in the aggregate over the long term with many data points, that's how you become net profitable. That is the point of this game. That's what trading is making the right decision over and over and over again. You're just too stupid to get it. F off, Matt. Oh, I wish I could, but I was waiting here because you told me you were going to both verbally and physically assault me. And now I'm just like, I'm waiting for it. I didn't want to be rude. I assume if I was rude to you, it would make the physical and the verbal assault worse. So I'm waiting on you. The whole chat's waiting on you to both physically and verbally, what was it? Assault? Like, I think you said rip me apart. Because you're so strong and you're so tough and you're so articulate. So strong, so tough, so articulate. If he shorted SoFi even at yesterday's high, he's only up a couple bucks. What is this turd talking about? Oh no, you didn't hear? He's up $8K because he makes $1,000 to $5,000 a day on average. Like that's just like he just casually does that. It's just like fucking whatever. Wake up, make $1,000 to $5K. It doesn't matter that it actually only dropped a little bit of it. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter whatsoever. Actually, I think we could probably prove him wrong right here. This is going to be fun. All right. So you said you got out yesterday. Okay. So even the best short, you made 2.7%. That was like the optimal. Like if you literally top ticked it, which you didn't, and bottom ticked it, which you didn't, you made 2.77%. And you're trying to tell people that you made $8,000. $8,000 on a 2.77, divide that by 2.77. So you're telling me that you went against it by $290,000. It was on SoFi, not Starbucks. All right, SoFi. Let's do this math. All right. Once again, we will give him extreme values. The best short of the day down 11.37%. Like that's literally max value. Shorting it at the top, covering it at the bottom, which obviously you did not do. But let's do this math. So you want everyone to believe that you put a $73,000 bet. $73,000 bet after an earnings beat. You're so full of shit, dude. It's like, oh my God. I just don't know how much stuff why does the internet keep falling for this stuff? No, you didn't. You did not bet 73 grand against SoFi. Sorry, I fucked that up. I thought it was Starbucks. You did not bet at the top. And that's the best scenario. That's you literally top ticked the entry and bottom ticked the exit and held it all day. And you're trying to tell everyone that you made $8 grand. You're so fucking stupid. For everyone else in chat, in the business, this is what we would call a liar. Could have made 8K with puts. No, he said he was on stock, PJ. Yeah, so for you guys in that maybe don't know, I don't know, sometimes I get in the finance world, sometimes I get in the content world, and sometimes we have certain terminology for certain people and certain events, so you might not have heard of this. But in this particular situation, this is what we would call a liar. Me too, Matt. I totally did. Promise. Believe me, bro. Oh, I believe you. Trading ever after? I 100% believe you. I mean, where's the stream? No, he doesn't talk about it publicly. And he also can't show you proof of it. Other Matt. He makes so much money a day. 73 is peanuts for him. Oh, exactly. Yeah, no. He $73,000 bet, top ticked it, bottom ticked it, does it all the time. As easy as could be. So fucking stupid. Don't believe me? Just ask and I'll tell you the truth. I made $1 million yesterday. We all did. We all perfectly entered the longs, perfectly entered the shorts, and all made a gazillion amount of money. But yet we all had that same issue where our dogs ate our proof. So unfortunately, we can't put it out there to the world. We just can't, man. It's a huge fucking bummer. It's so weird that we all have dogs with the same issue. How statistically crazy is that we all have dogs that like to eat proof of our trades? I made 8K, but yesterday on nothing but undecided bars. Damn. That's crazy. Same thing, Goldwyn. I just it's a bummer that we did it, but you just can't. The proof is gone. I'm depressed. I blew up 2 evals. Dude, it's just 2 evals. You'll bounce back, Chad. If that's the worst thing that happens to you today, you're doing A-okay. We need more dog trainers. This is becoming a problem. It's becoming a horrific problem. Thousands of us have the exact same problem. The exact same problem. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. How's SoFi even doing today? God, you're so stupid. I'm in SoFi right now. I'll let you know how it goes. Okay. It looks like it's going great for you. It looks like you're crushing it. You're so stupid, dude. Yeah. Let me guess. You shorted it at the high of the day, so you're actually up right now. Let me just a guess that I bet you were short at the high of the day, so you're actually green right now. You're tell me if I'm wrong, but I bet you're short at 21.48, probably by 200,000 shares, maybe something like that. 200,000, dude. So fucking stupid. It's just so interesting Inherently, if you're a stupid person, but you know you're stupid, you're not that stupid because you have enough intellect to realize that you're stupid, hence making you not stupid. It's like the paradox of being dumb. But on the other side of that paradox, we have people who think they're smart but are actually stupid and can't even see how stupid they are. And that's the craziest thing. Oh, folks, nope. No. He admits it. Not short at 48. Unfortunately, just got to fill at 35 instead. It's super bummer that you didn't get the perfect top tick. The perfect top tick. Dude, you're green. You should probably take that money. You're green right now. Quick, take it before it goes away. You're back to break. Quick, take it. You're up a cent. Take the money. Take the fucking money. Oh, no. It's, dude, you're down. Fucking take it. You were green. You should have taken it. You should have fucking taken it, dude. You could have made your 1 to 5K a day. You could have done it. You could have done it. All right, let's take the options flow. Remember that today, in general, what you're seeing right now, it's going to be markedly different at 2 p.m. What do we have here? 10:05. 10:05. Yeah, so it's picking up nicely. The options flow was good till 9:47. Got beat up at 10:05. And then popping. That popped. It's picking up for sure. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That can't be good for you. That can't be good for you. Bouncing off of resistance. Have you ever heard of breakouts? I know we tried to talk about it yesterday, and it seems like you just didn't understand that concept. So if you need me to re-explain what a breakout is, I'm more than happy to do it. I assumed you knew what it was because you allegedly make 1 to 5K every single day. And trust me, everyone in chat 100% believes you. And you're also like super physically tough and also like super, super smart. But just like maybe for someone else, like maybe not even you, maybe someone else, like a friend of yours needs to like have it explained. Shit, stopped out. Oh, that's a bummer. Man, no one saw that coming. We're all surprised that short didn't work for you. We're all very 100% surprised it did not work. Like, I'm surprised. Everyone in Rumble chat surprised. Everyone in YouTube chat, like, we're all 100% surprised that short didn't work for you. Damn, man. Like, you had such good odds. It's kind of like you bet on anything but green on roulette, and then sure as fuck, green showed up. Man, that's a bummer, dude. If only. Win some, lose some, right, Matt? No, by your reasoning, the fact that you lost, that means you're, what, fucking stupid? Because you were so smart yesterday because you won one, now that you lost one. By your own logic, this is literally how you look at the market. By your own logic, you're now just proven to be fucking stupid. Because if by one win proves that you're so smart and so good, one loss, once again, your logic proves how stupid you fucking are. So it's a bummer. He just lost yesterday's game, probably more than that. Such an opportunity to make money. I can't wait till he tries to reshort it and then actually blows out his account. Dude, I'm just using your logic, man. Just using your logic here. Maybe you should short it again. Look, it's another rejection. You could short it right now. This is it. This is it, dude. Comical, yeah, 75K bet. We'll chalk that up to things that never fucking happened. We'll put that on the leaderboard of things that are not real. Bitcoin still below its trend line, but not far from the all-time high. It's just been pinned to 118 for quite a while now. Meta is kind of fucking me. I probably should have cut it yesterday, but at this point, I'm just going to wait for its earnings and see how that goes. But I don't like what happened right here, literally yesterday. That was quite a bit of selling. Avago almost at a new all-time high, getting real close, but no cigar quite yet. Nvidia, also not far from an all-time high. Microsoft, range bound, once again, not far from an all-time high. Palantir, range bound, not far from an all-time high. Tesla, still trying to recover, trying to get back into this consolidation wedge. I mean, at this point, we could probably redraw it. Feels like it's been enough time. Maybe draw it something like that instead. Lower highs, higher lows. It is above its EMAs. Apple going sideways. Potential a small range breakdown there. Coin coming off of the all-time high. Actually, maybe trying to revert there. A little bit of a higher low. ASML sold off from earnings. Try to bounce. Obviously, nothing too solid. SMCI is putting another great day. Almost going for this technical breakout at the mid 60s. There's also this gap that was filled, but probably an important part on the chart still. Soxel's up today. Soxel actually trying to get that breakout above the trend line, take out this recent technical high. This is a 3x leverage on semiconductors. Netflix maybe finally finding a bottom here at 1,160. Sold off because of earnings, maybe basing, maybe looking for that turnaround. Circle trying to save itself at 180. BITX going sideways. That's just Bitcoin. MSTR 50 EMA coming into question. That's a little dangerous. Rum popped and now right back at support of 870. DJT popped right back at the support of 1780. Qualcomm slowly but surely climbing up. Ripples at 309. Solana 180. Texas Roadhouse back above its cloud now. Texas Roadhouse might be getting a bit of a technical breakout here soon. Oil 69 and some change. Gold actually might be breaking down here. Interesting. That might be a little bit of a risk off sign. The fact that gold is coming down kind of suggested that money is moving from risk off bets to potentially risk on bets, which isn't the most insane call out, being we did hit a new all-time high yesterday on SPX. We also did on NDX. Not so quite on the Russell. Small caps been struggling in this, but I showed you Bitcoin. That's not far from it. A lot of things are closer to their all-time high than they are anything else. So that's kind of what makes today interesting. Oh, no. Oh, shucks. Oh, fuck. SoFi's going up. No. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn. Who would have ever seen that happening? You didn't it was such a good short. It's probably manipulation, man. It's probably not the odds of an upside gap fill or anything like that. It's just you got caught up in dark pools, man. You got caught up in long ladder attacks. It's not that you did the wrong thing. It's just, it was a long ladder attack. This is manipulation. Hedge funds are working against you. Reverse shorts, aka longs, are working against you. You did the right trade, and you should probably do that time and time again. This is just a super, super unfortunate beat. It's probably, you should ask for a refund. You should call up Maxine Waters and say, hey, babe, I need a refund on this because this is baloney. This is it. It should have come down, and it's just you were cheated. You were cheated 100%. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that. You were cheated. Sucks that you lost all of yesterday's gains on it too. That's a huge fucking bummer. That's a huge fucking bummer. We are actually on top of the transition zone. That's kind of interesting that we recovered enough here. So we kind of opened at the transition zone at 80, came back in, didn't hit the close from yesterday. We based here, and then we got this little pop at 10.15. That's actually a pretty decent trade. This 10.15 pop played up to 390. Maybe it goes up to 6.4 from there. That's not the worst play I've ever seen. How's it look on NQ? Even on NQ, this breakout was a nice trade here at 10.20. If you're long at 500 flat, you're up 13 points right now. You could set that stop to 85. You could even set it to break even, targeting the breakout of the intraday high. You're getting the Mag 7, a nice pop since 10. S&P 500, same thing since 10.05. NASDAQ, not so much. NASDAQ has some room to maybe, ooh, there's a pop. What the fuck is trading right now? Something's trading like crazy. I don't get what the fuck's happening. I'm fully lost of what the fuck is going on right here. Oh, sick. This is a super fun fucking game. I have no idea yet. At this point, it's safe to say, you guys can see this, right? It broke. It's trading 10 contracts short. How? And it's not even all of them. Some of them are here. Yep. Just a normal 10 contracts. That's what we like doing. Super, super normal. Just going short 10 contracts at the high of the day. What the fuck broke there? The order quantity is 1. That's crazy. It's almost like you shouldn't go short at the high of the day there. It's almost like that's just a bad bet. That's crazy. Who would have ever thought? Who would have ever, I, in a million years, would have never thought that. I was promised this was a good trade. That's what I was told. Why is it short so fucking many? It had to be 2 things fired. That doesn't make sense. That just straight up makes no sense. Certain things in this world make sense. This is not one of them. This is not one of them. Well, at this point, we might as well do an extreme reach fill. All right, that's for one of them. At this point, I guess when it gives you lemons, you might as well try to make lemonade, you know? Let's see. Let's see what happens here. I should probably put in this stop. Oh, there's some buyers targeting 32.50. I put in my order arbitrarily at 06 just because I think that's like $2,500 of profit. It's about $2,500 of profit. So we're looking at 506. We're going sideways here. Do I see so some buyers are, well, they were stepping in for a second there at 10. 510, that is. We got the pop, took out that, tried to take this out, got rejected right there. Some buy orders moved up, sold off. And now it's trying to decide, does it want to make this rip up to 31 or is it going to retest 595? I bet if we get closer down here to 500 where my cursor is, this is roughly 500. This is where we bounced at about 1029. I bet if we get closer, you're going to see just some coloration come in and you're going to have sitting buy orders. I bet. He said earlier that he has 5 to 6 strats that need to run in order, but it got messed up. There's a way to check execution for a specific strat to stop firing early. Yeah, of course. But to clarify, the position I'm in right now is not one I've intended to be in. I want to make it very clear that this strat, well, how much is that down? This is because of some mismatch firing bullshit. And at this point, we might as well swing for the fences. I guess I could. Do I just want to go for it at this point? How tilted am I is the real question. Am I tilted enough to go for this profit, or do I just want to put in a stop at break even? That's the real question. Because these are currently up about 2K each, which is pretty nice. I'm not going to lie. Because it basically brings them back to where they should be. Well, where do we see those buyers stepping? I wish I had a better fill. You have these sellers at 32. But there's not much going on. Those sellers are at 20. It's against trend. Options have been picking up. I generally don't enjoy trading against trend. Okay, so some people are trying to sell. Oh, someone just bought right there. Okay, it took out those buyers those got filled. Filled. They're there for a second. It's like almost going so quick that you can see some sitting orders. They're getting filled, and then you see how this just stayed here for a while? We're not seeing that at all. It's like it's like very, very quick. So it just ripped through on that. There are some sellers here at 30 and 35, but the seller, the large seller at 32 completely disappeared. Whether they try to go for some aggressive fills or whether they moved it, you never know. These could be the same players. It could be a different player. You just don't know. But what was weird was more of how this happened. So right at 1037, huge pop. You see how the best bid and the best ask like instantly just jumped up and then it popped for a bit. While that was happening, there were some flashes, really, really quick flashes of certain sellers trying to get filled. Like, that's all this junk in here. But then no follow through. And actually, now it's leading to a bit of aggressive selling. Are they just running it right back down to where it was, to 10? There was some buying right there. So the way we had some buying, some sitting buy orders between, I don't know, 1034 and 1036, the exact opposite happened from around 1038. See, buyers, and then they finally got filled. Sellers, and they got filled. But now they're hitting the bid. The red circles mean trades are going through, but they're going through on the bid, i.e. aggressive selling. Oh, right here, we're seeing that flashing again. We're seeing that flashing again. Interessante, mi amigo. Are they just, well, the support, let's see if the support comes back in at the exact same place right here at 23,510. Oh, it's flashing for a second, almost like they want it to. If we get close to it, I'm curious if it's going to start flashing again like it did before. Are buyers going to step in right there? Or are they going to be targeting here just above 500? Sellers coming in up there. Every so often, this is flashing a new color at 510. Every so often. Every so often. Yeah. Someone, it's not technically spoofing, but right here, 23,510, you can see the colors. Like it's flashing there, like orders are there for a second, and then they pull it. Yeah, they're trying to defend this low at 1036. And let's see if they can pull it off. Can they pull it off? Oh, shucks. Damn. I wish I shorted SoFi, the thing that literally no one fucking said. Yeah, that's a huge bummer it didn't work out for you. It was such an obvious short. Like, super. I mean, you just got long ladder attack there. That's crazy. Man. No one saw it coming, man. We were all short SoFi because right guys, that was like clearly the play we should have been involved in. But huge bummer it didn't work. Huge. I think we're all equally shocked that it did not work today. Hey, Meta's actually green. That's crazy. Oh, we all wanted to short it. Be honest. We were all looking to short SoFi. So did that dude lose money on SoFi? Of course he did. That's even if he trades. He's most likely just even a liar about trading. So at worst, he's a liar. At best, he lost all the money that he lied about making yesterday. So no matter how you chop it up, it's not a good situation. Bookmap chart? Yeah, this is Bookmap. This is Bookmap on NQ. Here's Bookmap on ES. ES has, whoa. What if we scroll out? No, that's a little too scrolled out. Yeah, there's a little bit of selling right here at 20, 21. They're probably targeting the intraday high. You have some buyers right here at 16 trying to step in as it pulls back a little bit. Quite a few buyers here in that 405 protecting the intraday low all the way down here where my cursor is. That's 6405 on ES. But you have buyers stepping in right here, like right at this recent low. Is the same thing true? Not quite as true on NQ, but this one seems to be a little bit more snappy in how it reacts. But we are still this is holding a little bit more constant, these buyers at 510, but the sellers are holding pretty constant at 530. Granted, not as many sellers as we saw before. Granted, not as many. Uh-oh. They're moving it up. So the buyers are getting more aggressive. It was at 10, and now they're moving it up to 18. So, I mean, psychologically, if they're getting more aggressive, that would be by definition bullish. But are they actually going to let it get the fill? See, the fact that we're not seeing a big red bubble means they're not getting the fill on the buy. They're trying to put in support, and then they're pulling the support before it actually gets filled. Oh, there's some selling. There's some selling. I bet we see support again coming at 510. We'll see if they could hold it. We're at 17, 18 right now. Right above my head, right where my cursor is. That's 23,510. Would not be surprised if we see that start to light up a little bit, give us some colors. They were vigorously defending that before. Vigorously defending that. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Ah, man. I wish I shorted it. Uh-oh. You might be getting a technical breakdown if it snaps this. You might want to watch that on... See, the SPY might be leading it down. It looks like it's already kind of potentially breaking this structure on SPY. Might be worthwhile to watch this one. Might be worth it. Meta's doing nothing. Avago's doing nothing. Nvidia's trending nicely. Microsoft, decent trend. Palantir, decent trend. Apple, nothing. Coin, a little bit of a pop. ASML. Okay. Nvidia's looking good. Palantir's looking good. They're both looking nice. Yeah, Powell is speaking at 2:30 today. That is correct. But the Fed interest rate decision comes out at 2. So Fed interest rate decision is announced at 2, and then Powell speaks at 2:30, all East Coast time. All East Coast time. Big guys have been doing net nothing today. They're probably waiting for the FOMC meeting. If I wanted to look all the way back to 9:30, how would today look? Not a lot going on right now. You had a decent chunk of buying at 9:46. That led to a little bit of selling, a little bit of buying, more selling, some buying. And now we're just in a choppy, like, shit mess. But you can see at all these peaks, people are getting their fills. They're crossing those sellers and buyers, yeah, at all these peaks. But then it just leads off to a little bit of selling each time. I don't know, maybe this time's going to be different. Your guess is as good as mine. But generally, this time of the day, we're getting closer. Every minute that passes, obviously, we're getting closer and closer and closer to lunch. And then on a day like today, I mean, I just think you should set your expectations reasonably low for anything happening before 2 or for it to matter. And like I said, from an extensive review of my own trade journal, it's just like not that worth it to trade on days like today. It's exciting if you get it right, but it's just very difficult to get it right. Very difficult. Sellers right there at 25. Yeah, it's just dancing around. We're not really moving that much. I'm getting massive weekly pay from XBTY Bitcoin ETF. Love the big dividend pay every week. Life is good. Recently retired on weekly dividends. You might want to take a look into how that prospectus is built. A lot of those weekly and monthly dividend ones are built to, like, not intentionally, but the side effect is that they end up decaying, and the amount of decay could overwhelm how much you're being paid in dividends. So you should be really careful with that. I'm not saying that's inherently true with all of them, but with the popularity of these like yield max things, it could get testy, and it could get testy very, very quickly. Matt, when using your up and down strat to pass evals, you hit buy and sell, then put on stops for the FOMC decision. No, the profit targets and the stop should be set before you put on the trade with an ATM. SPY just got cracked. Are the Qs going to follow? The SPY broke its trend line, took out that low. Obviously, at this point, the structure is invalidated at 636. 636.25. If the same thing were to happen to Qs, you'd be watching 568.52. Total return better than NAV erosion. Well, if you want to get real fancy about it, that's technically true. But most people don't know what NAV erosion is. Palantir, a little bit of a hit, not far from its all-time high, and then the world's biggest company just keeps on getting bigger. What is happening here? I need to think about this. I need to think about how the fuck that all went crazy on me this morning. Yield max never made sense to me. Well, when people look into it, they have that sentiment, but a lot of people don't look into it. They just hear, hey, like you're getting this underlying and a bunch of payments on top. What could go wrong? And then they don't take a looky see. Whoa, fake out. Fake out. That person got filled. That was deep red for a second. They got filled. Oh. Whoa. What do we have going on here? Someone got blown through. Someone got blown through on that old fake out at 1050. Wow. Huh. Look at that's it found look at the SPY exactly found support at that 1029 low. Like it was within a cent. It went within a cent. Just tap that, double bottom, rip. And then the Qs are showing quite a bit more strength. Look at the Mag 7 rip in. Wow. Wowzers. Wowzers. Huh. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk your mom got filled? Hey, that's not nice. Maybe a 3-bar play. I have no clue what a 3-bar play is. What I do know is we are once again not that far from the all-time high. Not that far, right here. Yesterday's high, 6409. What we hit right at market open is currently the all-time high. Not that far. Bitcoin's picking up a little bit. After a couple of fake out breakouts here and there, we'll add an alert just in case we pop above 119,000 today. Maybe today is the day. Finally, things get moving. We do at least have a bit of negative, a little more positive gamma came in right here now. That's quite a bit of positive gamma that wasn't there. It looks like this breakout's above 425. Actually, looks like it's some sort of call credit spread. Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's a call credit spread up here at 6425 to 6430. 6425 meta. Interesting. I mean, earlier this morning, there was a lot more negative gamma, which was increasing the chances of us getting like an actual nice move. But hey, I mean, if it breaks this positive gamma and like, it's not that far away. Like, I mean, there's some distance to go, but if it can actually get over that hurdle, we could have some moves. Or if it gets smacked down, we could also have some moves. Yeah, basically we based pretty nicely at 10:04 and then again at 10:12. Those were the bases were put in, and that was kind of the inversion point on the day. Wall Street knows something, maybe, but also maybe not. It's always easy to play that stuff in hindsight. Like, you know how a lot of people on Twitter, something happens that's crazy, and then they go back and look for like big plays. They look for like big call plays or big put plays and be like, look, someone knew. I mean, inherently, you can find that in either direction every single day for almost all liquid stocks. Like, if we have a big pop or a big drop in the overall market or just even popular names, it is not difficult at all to find a trade that you're like, look at this person made a bunch of money. And, like, you can find them in the bullish and the bearish direction pretty much all day, every day. So I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of the accounts that do that type of thing because it's really not that helpful. Like, what are we supposed to get from that? That, like, what, you're always trying to point out the fact that someone made money? It's like, well, someone was on the other side of it. That's how it works. Huberman's a beast. What was that? What drugs are they hawking to us on Huberman? I saw that too. Where was it? Is this Huberman? No, that's the addictive brain. There's Charlie Kirk. This one. Yeah, he is a beast. Glycine is the most overlooked supplement for longevity. It makes you look younger, slow aging, improve your brain function. Oh, never heard of her. Never heard of her. I take my vitamin D if I remember. That's pretty much. I don't always say please, but when I do, I also say thank you. Jesus. Some of this stuff knows no bounds. This was Joey Swole's like quitting the internet. He like, when Hulk Hogan passed, he like dressed up like him, and then people freaked out. They're like, did he have like do sketchy stuff in his past? And then he apologized, and then it spiraled, and he's like, I fucking hate the internet.
Hey Dan, I'm a nurse practitioner making about $120,000 a year. Last time I was out eating, my friend told me that I should be tipping 30%. I was wondering if...
Hold your horses. Now, where were you eating?
Applebee's?
The one off of Thompson Lane?
Yeah, that one.
Is this audio of your order, Blake?
Hey, hi, yeah, my name is Blake. I'm gonna do one Bourbon Street mushroom burger with Cajun spices and a brioche lentils.
Who says the full name of the burger when they order it, Blake? Are you nervous about something? Something to be nervous about?
No.
No reason to be nervous. So who was the friend that told you to tip so much? This wouldn't happen to be your high school ex-girlfriend, would it?
Erica? No, I don't even care about her like that.
Erica means nothing to you.
Nothing. Less than nothing.
Great. We got her on the other line. Erica, you hear that?
What the fuck, Blake? Are you serious? You said you were gonna get a divorce, you bastard.
Erica, I can explain.
Only explaining you'll need to do is why you're spending so much time with a woman who's telling you to tip 30%. Shh. Someone like that ain't worth it, Blake. You're not in love. You're in trouble. All right? That's Trouble. Trouble. Okay?
I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize to me. Apologize to your wife and new baby daughter.
Baby daughter? Emily's pregnant?
That's right. Now go get home while there's still time to repent.
Okay, thanks, Dan.
Yep, no problem. Not his kid. Messy. Next caller.
Not his kid. Messy. Oh, it got faded. You hate to see it. Good work is genius. Dude, I love all, like, their comedy is so good. All the skits they do, the little ones like that or the longer ones on YouTube, it's so funny. It's so funny. What do consultants actually do? Well, that didn't work. Let's see if the buyers come back in. The Qs are holding up pretty decently. SPYs more so sideways ever since that pump. More so sideways. All right, I'm not seeing the most go on. Here's a look at the Mag 7 flow. Popped until about 10:56. Kind of bleeding off as we're getting to the new hour. Same thing with the SPY. It was trying to hold, but kind of getting hit ever since then. So we had a bullish push, and now it's flat. But like, you're going to see this choppiness, this like messy, non-nice price action on FOMC days because people are just kind of waiting for the 2 p.m. announcement. So like I said, if you are trading today, I mean, please size down, but it's also okay to not trade today because today is a uniquely messed up day. So be careful with that. In the meantime, sign up for Public. It's 100% free. Download, no commission fees, no per contract fees on stocks and ETFs. Use the link pinned to the top of chat. It's in the description of the video because you'll start out at a higher rebate tier. And every single time you trade in options contract, doesn't matter if you're opening or closing, you will be getting that rebate. If you're an option trader, aspiring option trader, this is the place for you to be. It is. I love it. I'm on it. Love it, love it, love it. On top of that, they have stock trading, no payment for order flow. They have bond trading, good UI, good UX. They have crypto trading. They have high yield accounts. They have retirement accounts. This is what you need. And they pretty much have everything but futures. And I feel like they might even be getting into that soon. I have no idea. I have no inside track there, but I feel feels like that's literally the only thing they don't have. So check it out. Pinned to the top of chat in the description of the video. Use that link and you'll start out at the higher rebate tier. Folks, we're going to take a little bit of a mini break, and then we're going to be coming back at 2 p.m. today. 2 p.m. today, a little bit before that, for the Fed interest rate decision, and then Jerome Powell speaking at 2:30. We're going to be watching all that, paying attention to all that to see what in the world is going on. Once again, 2 p.m. ET today. I'm going to see you guys in a couple of hours. That's what I have for you. Much love. Peace.